Fame, but is Dlo Brown in the Hall of Fame? I don't think so, is he?
I don't think so.
That's a damn shame. Dlo Brown was one of my favorite wrestlers, man.
Dlo Brown should be in the Hall of Fame just because he ain't. I think they got draws in the Hall of Fame. I think they put draws in the Hall of Fame, and they only put him in the Hall of Fame because he got his neck broke. Let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck now. Draws. Why would draws be in the Hall of Fame?
Because the Headbangers were a great group.
Don't you try.
The Headbangers were a great tag team.
Don't you look? I'm gonna tell you why I'm gonna call bullshit on it, because again, now mind you guys, I'm rewatching Raw, so I've already seen the Headbangers. People was not feeling the Headbangers like that, and then they split up, and then one of them was with Dlo Brown one time. Yeah, I mean, he was with Dlo Brown, and the Sultan guy had the hat on. Like, I literally watched the other night. Dlo Brown had a match with Triple H where they had the mask. It was a Vegas match when Eric Bischoff took over Raw. He did all the Vegas matches, and they had a wrestle Triple H. I think Dlo Brown, after the chest protector and after the whole nation shit, Dlo really didn't have much of a character. He was just floating around, became a journeyman. He didn't have a character outside of doing this. So that may be the reason.
That was my favorite shit. The Dlo Brown headset. You know what I'm saying? I walk like that around the house.
Every member, if I ain't mistaken, with the exception of Ahmed Johnson, the Nations of the Domination, they in it.
Nope.
Mark Henry's in it. Mark Henry's in the Hall of Fame.
Mark Henry,
Godfather,
and Ron Simmons are only three.
Who else is there? I mean, you know damn well the Rock.
Hold on, the Rock ain't in the Hall of Fame.
Dlo Brown are the only two that's not in the Hall of Fame.
Really?
Yeah.
I
just looked it up. The Rock and then I guess do we count Savio Vega?
No, because we ain't gonna count.
When was Savio Vega part of the Nation of Domination?
He was part of the Nation of Domination at one point.
The early days before they split off.
Yeah.
When he was with when the Nation had Owen Hart.
They had them white boys in there. They had chains and all them. Then they split up. Owen Hart was in the Nation, but let's not count that. let's not count that. Everybody, you know, the Rock is going to be in the Hall of Fame. So once the Rock is in the Hall of Fame, everybody from there. I always feel like they're still punishing Dlo, even though dude didn't blame him for that. They still punishing Dlo. Like, Dlo not gonna be in the Hall of Fame, or he would already been in there. They're not gonna announce Dlo Brown this year being in the Hall of Fame. He's not gonna be in it.
I'm gonna say this, and if you think about the similarities between the two wrestlers, it'll make sense for some people, and then other people gonna start scratching their head. They're gonna be like, Brown Renegade, what are you talking about? I think that Dlo Brown is the black version of Owen Hart.
Was he a technical wrestler? No, Dlo wasn't no technical wrestler.
Dlo was technical.
No, he wasn't a technical
wrestler. Dlo Brown. If you go back and you listen to wrestlers talk about Dlo Brown and how he used to wrestle, Dlo Brown was highly praised for his in-ring ability, for his in-ring talent, and for his wrestling skills. Dlo Brown, and I'm saying this because I was a Dlo Brown fan. And this was Dlo wrestled at a time where there were a lot of technical wrestlers at that particular time in the WWE. You guys don't, huh?
But did he do it on TV?
Did he do it?
I don't remember his technical prowess on TV.
I don't remember. I would not consider him Benoit technical, Owen Hart technical, Bret Hart technical. I'm not gonna throw Dlo Brown. Dlo Brown was a great wrestler. I think Dlo. I wouldn't call Eddie Guerrero a technical wrestler. I would put him more on the Eddie Guerrero side to me, because he was definitely a high flyer. His frog splash arguably is the best. You can always debate it. Anybody can argue. You can go either way, but he's in the conversation. One of the best frog splashes. Yeah, he was the best wrestler in the nation outside of The Rock.
The Rock.
I think Dlo was a better wrestler.
Dlo was the best wrestler.
Yeah, Dlo. Out of all of them, Dlo was the better wrestler, and that's why I think
character. The Rock had character and charisma. Farouk had political in
Farouk was scary.
Yeah.
Farouk was scary.
No nonsense.
I just looked it up. Owen Hart is not in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I said that. You remember? That's why I said. That's why I said we're not gonna put Owen Hart. Cause you know they won't let the family don't want him to be in there. That's been a thing for a minute.
Yeah. That's
The fans want him, but his wife, if I ain't mistaken, his wife has said no.
But then that goes back to what you said. You know what we were saying earlier. Not everybody wants to be in there, and if all your family don't want you to be in there.
Does Chris Benoit deserve to be in the Hall of Fame?
Okay, so I'm gonna say.